Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, not even really a question, just more of a comment. Sam, the Intolerable Karen on General Hospital. Now, before we get started, let's sit there and do roll call. Freddie's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Monique is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Terry Iceman's in the chat. How you doing tonight? I'm glad you'll be listening in. Black Mars in the chat. How you doing tonight? Freddie? Okay, I said Freddie. Justin's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Christian, Christine. We got a new person in the chat. Let's everyone say what's up to Christine. Anthony, the #1 YouTuber. How are you doing, my friend? Susan R is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Hope everyone had a good day. We have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to talk about. Now let's get some music up in here. But yeah, Sam, the Intolerable Karen. I don't know what the hell they're actually doing with this character. I'm doing good, Black Mind. I hope you are too. I'm actually having a good day. It's pretty awesome. I can actually say that and mean that. Monique says, Sam, opinion will definitely change when she finds out why Jason was really working for the FBI. Yeah, but then you gotta sit there and think, was she that upset that Drew decided to go to jail for Carly? Of course, Christine. That's how we do in my chat. Whenever we have a new person come in, we give them a warm welcome. We say what's up. So thank you for coming tonight. That's some music. Lashanta's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Where's my damn music at? Sounds down a little bit. I don't exactly like this song. I will listen to some smooth jazz tonight for a little bit. Okay. But yeah, she's just been like Lashanta says, Sam's out of order. Oh, okay. We playing judge jury tonight. Okay. At the bank is in the chat. How you doing tonight? The only time Sam Karen behavior will be okay is when she finds out Jason was protecting Carly. Yes, Freddie. But then you gotta sit there and think, Blaze is a grown woman. At this point, she really needs to sit there and start to take control of her life and stop letting her mom run all over her. Like, it's ridiculous. You're a grown ass woman. What are we doing at this point? Monique says Jason was right about Sam. She's afraid that she can't control him. Yes. Lashanta said, Albert, why Case didn't know Valentine visited Brendan? That's a damn good question. Yeah, that's that's an excellent question, Lashanta. And then Ava today. Ava was literally, I don't know why these sitting here writing Ava like a damn crackhead. Okay. She's all like, well, they don't have any proof that I did it, and it was a long time ago. Okay. Would you still have that same feeling about Ryan? How dare you throw that in my face? How dare you act like a crackhead, an insensitive crackhead about the situation? As says, I'm here for Xander versus Stefan. Let the battle on. My whole thing was like, what does Xander actually think he was going to do when he confronted Stefan? Okay, so he slipped up about the 1K or the 2K. That was it. That was your big strategy, Xander. You could have stayed home for that. Lashanta says, I said Blaze needs to fire Natalie. Yeah, yeah, exactly. What she needs to do is she needs to stop letting her mother run her life. It's not even just firing. Firing is only literally a half of it. It wouldn't matter if Blaze if Natalia was actually working for Blaze. She'll still be sitting there running over her, telling her what to do. What Blaze needs to do is Blaze needs to sit there and get a spine, a backbone, and actually put this woman in her place. Justin, what's good? And my bad. Sorry, I didn't sit there and say hi to you when I was doing roll call. Jason deserves better. Sam had the nerve. Yes. Jason is being way too easy on her, Justin. Any grown man that has another woman walk into their line of business, um, and start ordering. Here's the thing: you can't find your son. You can't find Danny. Do a better job as far as being a better parent. Okay? Don't walk to his place. If she had the audacity to sit there and start talking about his tattoo, it's like, oh well, Danny's gonna get. So what? It's his body. He can do what he wants with his body. Like honestly, tell you the truth, that was such a Karen thing to even sit there and say. Lashanta said that's a good point about Kiki. Danny R, what is good? How's everything going? How's the channel going? I'm doing good, Danny. How you doing? How's the channel going? Justin says Blaze did the right thing standing up to Natalia today. Ed says Constantine down for coming and Maggie finally listening. Yeah, that is probably the one. That is probably one of the really great things that wound up happening. Maggie actually listening. But my whole thing is like, did they actually have to put Did they have to put Maggie in jeopardy? His visa is going to expire. He's going to be forced to go back to Greece, right? Let him go back to Greece. Okay, the jig is up. He didn't actually do anything that could be considered a crime. Why put Maggie in the line of fire? Just send his ass back to Greece. He's going there anyway. Like, you know what? Listen, I'm not going to marry you. You're going to go back to Greece, and that's going to be that. Case closed. Instead, you're giving her James Bond spy gear to sit there and try to keep her safe. In reality, just kick him out the house and let his ass go back to Greece. He doesn't feel comfortable about Blaze and Chrissy, not her fans. Yep, exactly. Autumn, what's good, Autumn? Sam really annoyed me. Like the nerve of this girl. You show your ass up in Jason's place of business to ask about Danny. My first thought is she should have looked. She should have took her ass to the school to see if he was there. Exactly. Yes, Autumn. Autumn coming in with the fire, just like how and Jane is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Sam is crazy. Yeah, Sam's a Karen. That is correct. Sam is a Karen. And like Autumn said, she should have sat there and took her ass to school instead of waltzing up in Jason's office, his place of business. And it says, okay, it's okay. Check yesterday on my view went up a little bit on my Sunday video. Good. You know, Danny, what what do you want your channel to be about? Do you want it to be about wrestling or do you want it to be about soap operas? Because once you start putting the channel out there, you gotta kind of narrow it down into what do you want to sit there and focus on because your wrestling stuff is doing great. Freddie says Olivia and Lois don't want Ava, the cold-blooded killer, coming to Brooklyn's wedding. Yeah, exactly. But see, yes, and that's very true, Freddie. That's exactly what I was saying. Like Ava's out of pocket. To be fair, they shouldn't be inviting Sonny either. They shouldn't be inviting Sonny either. Sonny literally has a target on his back, and he's going to a wedding when they know he's been targeted twice. But yes, I do agree with that. Justin says Ava did kill Connie, but Sonny isn't perfect either. Well, yes, but since Ava did kill Connie, she should know better to even be inviting herself. Apadoc, they haven't figured out how to write for Sam since Jason, Sam, Drew triangle. Perhaps when Lulu wakes up, they will give Sam some good material and they can make her human again. Your lips to the writer's ears. And Law B is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Hope all is well with you. Now, Autumn makes a very good point. Autumn's like, so why is it okay for Sonny to stroll his ass in the Q mansion knowing he killed AJ Monica's son? Why is that okay? Autumn is coming in with the facts. I am loving it. It says, what do you think Liz's reaction is going to be when she learns Jason protecting Carly, or do you think Liz will look at it more as the same? If she was smart, she'd be just as upset as Sam was, as Sam should be about it. Justin says, Albert, what did you think about my video yesterday? I didn't get a chance to watch it. I gotta watch it tonight. And then I will let you know. Because honestly, to tell you the truth, a little bit after, I think I just went straight to bed. Just okay. All right. I got it in my history, so I'm gonna watch it tonight. Thank you, my friend, for letting me know. Justin says I made it today, not yesterday. Oh, eight. Why did I say 18 hours ago? Okay. We might be in a different time zone then. All right. Well, either way, I'll sit down and watch it tonight, and I will definitely comment it. I'll make a comment on your video. I'll do that. I'll make a comment on your video. Oh, why it says 18 hours though? So weird. Yes, thank you for letting me know. Now Monique says, "How is Carly allowed in Monica's home is beyond me." Ed says, "Now that Steve is leaving town on days, do you think they will recast the character?" Well, Ed, let me ask you a question. Do you think that the character is really essential to the show? Well, it's good to have Lynn. It's good to see you. Hope all is well in your world. Hope you had a good day. But that's the thing, Ed. Do you think that Harris is actually needed on the show? Autumn says, I watched an interview with Steve, and he said if it was Sam or Elizabeth in trouble with the feds, he would do the same thing he's doing for them. Plus, Sonny, he would protect them as well. Hmm. But yes, do you think that Harris is actually really needed? And we got another Jane. Uh, actually, I did, Davlin. I actually did have a good day. Of course. Listen, Davlin, I love whenever I get to sit there and see you. I know sometimes the lives are a little bit late, so always appreciate seeing you. Now we have Jane A. Let's everyone say what's up to Jane A. Jane says, what when Louis Biner was wearing a Western hat when he was in Nixon Falls, but then torn the line got so bored and him making him ending up with Nina, he was out of his mind. Okay, well, everyone, let's say what's up to Jane A. Gorgeous Queen Janet, how are you doing tonight? Justin says, I made it at midnight. That's why it's 18 hours. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, no, then yeah, that actually makes perfect sense. Okay. All right. Yeah, sometimes it's a little wacky with the hours or whatever, but thank you for letting me know though. I actually have it on my history now, so now I can actually watch it. But Janet, I hope you had a good day. LaShanta says Ava got me mad. The nerve. Exactly. And Danny, yes. Sam drove a lot of people nuts today. Freddie says, I'm glad Jordan still got her senses because everything what I heard that came out of Laura's mouth today was foolish. Hip surgery or no hip surgery, Heather Weber is still insane. And she hurt a lot of people. And my whole thing is like, you doing too much, Laura. Janice said I had a good day, had a good enough day. But Janice, sometimes that's all we can sit there and ask. Seriously, a good enough day sometimes is literally just in a sentence is good enough. I hope tomorrow you have a better day. Jane T says I'm doing fine, thank you. Actually, I did have a good day, Jane. I had a good day. I really did. Mostly because I was off today. So Monique says, glad Jordan was not here for Laura's BS. You want to have sympathy for the woman who terrorized poor Charles, and now you want to feel sorry for her. With the effing facts. Janet says, Stephanie, I hope she freaks out. Yeah, I hope is a big freak out saying because today was laughable. He literally told her the story from beginning to end, and the only thing that came out of her mouth was, "Oh, what are you talking about? Sheila's dead." You know, the best part was Sheila hiding under the covers, effing with Lee. That was literally the best part. The husband says, "Where is that lady that owned the bar from oh Nixon Falls? That was Nina's friend." Yes, that's a good question. The hell was her name anyway? Yo, what was that chick's name? Yeah, that's a good question. What is even? Do you know what's really sad? I remember Lenny's name. What is her name? Eagle Fang was good. Thank you, Susan Phyllis. Eagle Fang says Blaze mom is really in this point trying to leech off her own kid to meet all the big shots, and Sonny will be the ticket to that. Yep. Hmm. Very good point, Eagle Fang. And thank you, LaShanta and Ed. Yes, Phyllis. Damn. Yeah, that's what I said. Monique was on point, and yes, that's a really good point. Was good, Tracy. Tracy Stevens in the chat. Hope you had a lovely day. Then he says, I want to say something about Harris. That character is probably not even going to recast because he's basically not really a needed character. See, yeah, and that's the thing. Yes. Happy Thursday to you as well, and thank you, Susan R. Make sure you hit that like button. We got 30 people in the chat. Hopefully, have some amount of likes that's going to kind of equal to that. Hopefully, not even close. Okay, we got 13, and we got 32 people in the chat. So, why did they give me shorts in Spanish? What is? Yes, thank you. Thank you, Susan R. Hit that like button, please. Sean, it's like everyone forgetting how Carly treated AJ. Shouldn't be a lot, Monica's. Yep, somebody else said the same thing, Sean. Let's everyone say what's up to Sean also. Kyrie's Clark, the one and only main man. You know, I'm not gonna. You know, it's something else that you actually did help me with too. Um, and I was gonna DM you about it, but like setting up the string before hand makes it so much more easy. So I gotta thank you for that. I gotta thank you for that, Kyrie's. Jonathan was good. And Monique says Victoria needs to stop. It's not like everyone's going to welcome Claire with open arms. She did terrible things, exactly, but yet Adam is treated like yeah, like dog food. And we got a new person up in the chat. More. Sebastian just watched tomorrow's episode. Why not? Think Richter is so unhinged. He would use Jordan to kill Jack. Wow. Well, let's everyone welcome More. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Sebastian. I'm gonna call you Sebastian. Um, because I don't want to keep butchering your name. Daphne says, Abby, why are the new writers on General Hospital watering down Sam? Yeah, I've been saying that for a while. I mean, but they're not just watering down her though. They're messing up a lot of people. Like even Ava today. You know, on what planet does she actually think that she should be invited to go to a wedding, knowing that she shot Connie and her most of her family is going to be there? Like, what sense? And thank you. Yes, I said that in my review. That's some sort of crackheaded logic that I can't sit there and um I can't understand that. Davin says, "I would why are the new writers watering down Sam?" I know sometimes they want to sit there and set up drama. So usually they have to sit there and f things. They have to sit there and ignore the past to try to create new drama. It's a very lazy way of writing, and I generally dislike it. Harry says Diane is right to be mad. Kyle's a fool. Why is Kyle a fool for? Johnson says at least the Jason and Sam conversation went better than the last two scenes. Yeah, but she still acted like a Karen now. Now, Daphne says, I believe that Blaze mom will be the next Mrs. Corinthos. Oof. Yeah. And the thing is, Jonathan, yeah, she did apologize. I didn't say that in my review. She did apologize. But then she was like, so what's going on between you and Sonny? None of your damn business. Like, why are you still here for? Walk your little ass on out my damn doors. Like, what are you doing? Ed says, where's Monica to remind these people it's her house and wedding or not? This isn't who's allowed in my house. Yeah. Really, Jonathan? I hope she's here longer. Harris says for keep saying that Summer has to get on board. No, the hell she don't. He listened to her opinion. He don't agree. That should be the end. It's solely his choice legally. Hmm. Okay. Danny, that's exactly what Monique was Smith is saying. Monique said the same thing as far as Victoria needs to sit there and slow her roll on trying to convince everyone to accept her with open arms. I have to take your word for that, Jonathan. I'm not a chemistry census, but I'll take your word for it, though. Monique says they change Sam's personality depending on who she's with. I feel you shouldn't have to change who you are based on yes. And so often people do that in real life, though, Monique. They do. Lashanta said why she say something about Jason's tattoos. Yeah, she was all like, oh, well, Danny's going to think it's okay to get tattoos. So what? It's his body. It's his choice. Shut up, you stupid Karen. Like, Ronnie Ron, my jesters in the chat, it's all good, Ron. Curry says he listened to her go on and on nothing she says is logical is out of pure jealousy. I would hire Claire so quick to do summer Karen like attitude. That's right. Ronnie Ron is in the chat. Freddie says, I don't understand why the writers acting like Ava don't have money of her own to buy a place for herself and her daughter. Avery Sunny Avery Sunny don't need to buy them a place. Ava still got money. That's true. Oh, Ron, no, it was funny. It was hilarious, Ron. It was literally the best part of the episode. Now, Lashonda says Sam left Jason because his life was too dangerous, like Dante. What's the difference? Well, one's a cop and one's a career criminal. I mean, if you're gonna sit there and be honest, one's a cop and one's a career criminal. But if she doesn't like the danger, that's her choice. She chose to leave Drew for Jason. Johnson says, I don't think this will happen, but what if Ava and Valentine are a relationship? I can't even fathom that. I can't even fathom that idea. Curry says Summer don't got no final say. She don't run nothing. He's letting her play mommy to soothe her ego. Hmm. Thank you. Thank you, Freddie. Thank you, guys. Make sure you do hit that like button because it really does help. I wonder where we are with the likes anyway. Yeah, I can't fathom that. You didn't watch X-Men yet, right, Jonathan? Lashanta says it's the same thing as dangerous, but it's it's different. It's different. Deluxe was good. Again, one's a career criminal, one's a cop that upholds the law. One is going to go to jail eventually, and the other one is going to, I don't know, maybe die eventually, but not the same now. Deluxe says, is she worried about the danger so much she needs to move out of Port Charles? Yeah, it's not like she don't have money to actually still do it. I didn't even notice that, Susan. I think because Sam was just so annoying that I didn't even notice that. But yeah, I mean the writing for her is just Jane said there's such a thing as too much drama. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, soaps are kind of built off of drama, so I don't know what context are you talking about. Yeah, I mean, no, I get that part. I get that part. But the difference is that Dante isn't putting his family and his children and Sam's children in a line of fire like Jason would be. Enemies and stuff like that coming after Jason. It's different. I can kind of see where people are coming from, but it's still different. Johnson says, "What do you think of Maggie finally?" I was very happy, Jonathan, because I was tired of this naive version of her. Um, I was just so annoyed with her at that point. So I'm glad that she's actually finally seeing the light. Harry says, I was so annoyed when people online were whining when Kyle and Summer left on Facebook when they were the same ones wishing for them to leave. I truly stay on that same energy. They need to go. And Kyrie's got questions for you. Lashanta says it's no different because it's just like Jason got shot, so did Dante. She knew this before. She knew this before. Don't act brand new. And yes, Kyrie is live streaming tonight. Ron says Rich needs to shut his effing mouth. He's in denial. How disgusting to tell Hope if she is following her father's theory. Shut his effing mouth, huh? Okay, okay, Ronnie Ron. Ron says, Albert, what do you think when the nurse tell? Well, like I said, Ron, I was laughing the whole time. I thought it was funny. Deluxe says, anyone contact connect to Dante? Can he a target because he is Sunny's son? Oh, that's okay. Fair point. Queen Justice in the chat was good. Danny says, I'm my favorite X-Men character is Cyclops. Yeah, Cyclops is a badass, Danny. It's always lovely to see Queen Jess, Lady J. Johnson says, I think Maggie will get attacked by Constantine something. You know, that's my whole thing, Jonathan. That's what I was saying before. Um, just send him back to Greece. Like, he didn't commit any crimes. They can't put him away. Why wait till he commits a crime if his visa is about to expire anyway? You think giving her some spy gear is going to sit there and help the situation? I'll just do to kick rocks and keep it moving. LaShonda, which Finn are we talking about? Ron says, Albert, do you think that she is pregnant? That's why. No, Ron. No, Ron. I think if the writers had any brain cells, which is probably not a lot, they would not sit there and write Sheila as being pregnant, as dehydrated and oh, being big. Okay, that's dehydration and malnourishment. Um, Sheila would never change. You know, that's something else. Thank you, Lashanta. So Gregory threw what happened with Jackie and Finn in Finn's face today. And then Alexis like, what are you talking about? He forgave you. He forgave you a long time ago. No, he did not. He literally just threw what Finn did in his face less than 15 minutes ago. How did you even get Johnson said, did you Oh yeah, exactly, John. Yeah, we were just talking about that. That was a lot. That was literally the best part. That was literally the best part about being B. I was laughing my ass off because she knew when she heard Lee's voice, she was like, you know what? Listen, since I'm going to be in this hospital, I'm going to, I'm gonna have some fun. He's fake. He's disgusting and fake. Disgusting and fake, huh, Ron? But yes, that was literally the best part, though. Ed said Harris should have just got Rafe in on what's going on because Clyde having this much power is beyond me. Well, yes, Ed, Clyde having this much power from get go was just beyond me. You know, Kyrie's Autumn said the same thing. Autumn said the same thing that you're saying right now. And Jonathan, you also don't believe that he changed. Just said Finn's feelings were hurt. Well, yeah, and to be honest, I don't feel bad for him. I'm like, bro, you literally slept with your dad's stepmom. I don't know on what universe that your dad is truly going to forgive you for that. And then Chase, and if they're treating Gregory with kid gloves, like, no, it's okay. He understand. How would he understand that? How are you sitting there treating him with this much kid gloves? You don't have to sit there just as slept with his dad's stepmom. What did I say? Okay, well, you know what I said, but what did I say though? The Havlin says Albert isn't Dante and Liesel. Yeah, yeah, they are divorced. Just that he slept with his stepmom. Yeah, but that's what I said though. You know, Carice, what did you thought of Ava today inviting herself to the wedding? What's going on now, Carice? What did you think of Ava inviting herself to Brooklyn's wedding? Was it good, Gemini? Monique says, my mom sided on the family holding grudges. It can be something that happened in '88 and they still bring it up. I can't, I'm just, I, well, to be, again, I just, just say you said he slept with his dad's stepmom, Finn slept, oh, 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 wow, wow, okay. Jess, that's almost like what I said before. Well, the other me misgender myself. Harry says that answer is still pretending I haven't changed. I haven't had my champagne manager look over my specs yet. What the does that mean? I don't. What does that mean? Darby says Ava inviting herself to the wedding was insensitive and rude as F. Thank you. But I want to know what Kyrie said. Yeah, yes, I know that, and you know that. I was curious what Kyrie thought. Gemini said Jason put himself in the feds because of Carly, not Sam, nor his kids. So everyone needs to get off of Sam's. Yeah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. Well, that ain't happening for me. No, I just clearly I misspoke, Freddie. No, Sam was going to act like a Karen. She deserves all the smoke that she's going to get from me. And I'm going to sit there and give it to her 7 days a week and twice on Sundays. Yeah, hold down hell before I get off that woman's neck. Sean says, put Ava back with Nicholas. I don't like her with Sunny Orbit. It makes her look weak and desperate. What's good, Big Nate? Yeah, no, I can see that. I didn't even read it. I didn't even read his sentence yet. What's good, Duan? Oh, I didn't know that, Danny. Curry says, since I'm such a politician, right, I have to get my campaign manager to help with my speech. If they respond, stay tuned for that one. I don't even know what to say about that. But I honestly tell you the truth, that is a Kyrie's answer, so I will accept it. Danny says, Demi, okay, yeah, I read that. Huh, I didn't know that, though. What the? Monique says, have you tried Sprite Minus, the new Spike Minute Maid yet? No, I haven't. Well, Kyrie's, you're going to keep me guessing. Kyrie's Johnson says, as long as Sam has that Karen energy, she gets all the smoke she deserves. Exactly. All the smoke she deserves 7 days a week and twice on Sundays. Absolutely. Walking up in that man's place of business talking about, have you seen Danny? No. You're his mother. How about you go and find him? How about you sit there and walk your little ass up into that school with that same energy instead of walking up in that man's place of business? And honestly, tell you the truth, Jason was too nice to her ass. Get off of Sam's neck. Give me a cold damn help if I get off of that chick's neck. Um, just as Sonny spending time with Natalie got him thinking straight. LOL. He told Ava she can go home or she can take her ass somewhere else. Exactly, Jess. Exactly, Jess. Most men wouldn't have sat there and had that patience. And then she has the nerve to sit there and ask about his relationship with Sonny. None of your goddamn business. Take your little ass home somewhere. Ron says, "But what did you think about the Sarah and Xander scene? I didn't care for it. I didn't care for it. Hmm. Yeah, like I said, Sam needs to sit there and mind the damn business and take a little ass on somewhere else. Exactly, Freddie. Exactly. And then she sat there and she started talking about this man's tattoos, talking about, well, what if Danny gets tattoos? Okay. What does my tattoos have anything to do with our son getting tattoos? You're just, at this point you're just whining to just the whine, and no one cares. Exactly, Freddie. Yes, Freddie. She's gonna get to smoke 7 days a week and twice on goddamn Sunday. Lashanta said that's a good point. Ava will never forget. Right? Exactly. So I'm like, how is in your crackheaded mind you honestly think that it's a good idea for you to take a little ass to a wedding with a family that's grieving their loved one? Like, oh, well, it was a long time ago. Lashanta says, I was Sam calls someone they be Bet Spinelli. Oh, Bet Spinelli. Oh my God. Thank you. Yes. Love it. Johnson says, what do you think of honestly tell you the truth, I don't really do couples, so I'm probably the wrong person to ask about that. You know, that's a very good question, Jess. Very good question. How did I not actually post this shit before? I'll get to your question in 1 second, Ron. What's good, me Cobb? It's good to see you again. How have you been, my friend? Swear this phone is gonna make me want to throw into a goddamn wall one day. Oh, you mean, John? Do you mean as the same level as boring? Hmm. I don't know. I mean, Trip and Wendy are pretty boring, so there we go. I don't feel like hearing my voice the whole time. Yeah, Gemini, no, it was on some real crackheaded ish. You know, me, Cabo is actually, I'm actually good. I was off today, so I had a really good day. Had a good day, me, Cobb. So yes, I cannot sit there and complain. You know, Gemini, I think even more was sat there and looked at that script and was like, oh hell no. Okay, well, Tyrese, maybe not to you, but for me and Jonathan and practically the whole rest of the world, we think that she's boring. But if you think that she's fun, then that's cool. Um, Autumn says Albert Finn is delusional if he thinks Steffi is ever going to accept Sheila in her life with her. Well, yeah, that's definitely delusional. But I laugh because he explained the whole thing, and the only thing that her takeaway was, well, what are you talking about? Sheila's alive. Sweetheart, you are running a corporation and you tell me that you can grasp a simple 18-minute conversation? Me, Cobb, it was actually good. Like Y&R was actually really good. Me, Cobb, I really enjoyed Y&R today. Even though I had to sit there and deal with Summer and her constant whining. Harry says you must have been distracted during her saying she's legendary. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. She's boring and honestly tell you the truth. I really don't miss her. I know that's not something you want to hear, Curry's, but I'm not gonna sit there and lie to you. Just says I'm behind B&B. What's going on with Finn? Yeah, he is really happy that what's good, Johan? He's really happy that his mom is back. Like she didn't sit there and shoot him and his wife in an alley. Yep, Ron, that's what I'm saying. For me, Freddie says, and then Sam have the nerve to ask what's going on between Jason and Sonny. Exactly, none of your goddamn business. Thank you, Freddie. None of your effing business. Yep, Jess, she is back. Johan, I don't actually know about Red. Dirty's out. He's on probation. So that's the last time I checked them. But Ron, I mean, Johan, I've actually been watching a lot of Top Notch Idiots. So, but yeah, Jess, she's back. Nine toes and all. No, Ron, she's not pregnant. What are you talking about? Johnson says so. Harris flew out to Salem, but I don't think that was. No, it's not. Thank you, Johan. Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. I'm actually putting out a new video about Top Notch Idiots. I don't know if you watched them, but they're pretty funny. And thank you again, Johan. Gorgeous Queen Cat Lady. Love the sour face of Ava and Sam today. We do, Ed. J Blue says, Natalia, get the hell out of your daughter's mind. I think Blaze needs to sit there and stand up for herself because it's ridiculous. Every scene I see them, all she does is walk over her daughter, and her daughter just lets her. Perry says Wendy Shen is coming back in a few months. I'm counting down the days to. Well, thank you, Johan. Thank you. I appreciate that. That'll come one day. But I appreciate you rocking with the channel. Almost signed up for a chance to meet. What? Oh, Carrie, you gonna have to DM me. Yeah, you gonna have to DM me about that. But yeah, have you ever heard of Top Notch Idiot Stone? Yes, exactly, Freddie, because she is a grown ass adult, and yet she's still sitting there letting her mom run her life. Like that's ridiculous. Exactly, Monique, and that's the thing with Carly. Just as right, it's weird that Blaze can't tell her mom off when it comes to Christina, but not her career, or that she can tell one of the Christina, but not her mom. Yeah, that's a good question. Joanne says yes. I think some of these pranks look staged, like going to the hood. I thought about that from time to time because they don't blur up their faces when they get weapons pulled on them. Perry says 144 heard to teach about some. Yeah, that's kind of a lot. And just for some gaming service, no, yeah. No, you did the right thing by not paying that. That's Lashanta says Finn said he would protect Stephanie and his family. Yeah, but you gotta sit there and He also got another chance with his mom. Um, it's Johan. On some level, I do. On some level, I do. But there's no proof, though. That's the problem. It's like part of me doesn't want to. Part of me doesn't want to believe that. I feel like I'm just in denial. If I'm gonna be honest, Johan. Ron says, so I remember Brad said that he doesn't care about fans and that if they're not happy with the writing, they can just tune out. So if he, well, then yes, well, then yeah, then that show is definitely going to be canceled. Autumn says, I read a spoiler that Steffi could get custody of her son. She shared with Finn because Steffi is going to feel like if Finn lets Sheila in his life, that's putting the family at risk. Custody battle. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Make sure you do hit that like button. I'm gonna sit there and check in a minute, and hopefully the math will be mathing up because we're getting some new people. Um, we're getting some new people in the chat. Well, Jonathan, if Ron has his wish of Sheila getting pregnant, I'm pretty sure BMB will get canceled. Well, I mean, Kyrie's. I'm not gonna sit. I never sit there. I never actually. When have I actually once said that I believe Sheila is a reformed person? When did I actually once say that? Just as if Sheila is back and Finn is acting so loving with her, then I don't blame Steffi at all. But no, Kyrie, when did I actually once say that I believe Sheila is reformed? Y'all says, come on, all the stuff they do, they would have gotten shot or beat up if it wasn't staged. I mean, that's true. That's true. I'm not going to sit there and say you're wrong, Johan. I still find this stuff funny, though. What's good, Amber? J Blue says, E Crow Sam. God, she's annoying. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Kyrie, that was over the top. She was like, "I love Steffi." I was like, "Really?" Because not that long ago, you was sitting there wishing that Steffi and Finn wasn't married, and now you're loving. Get the f out of here. I'm doing good, Amber. Thank you for asking. Johnson says Sheila Carter is not reformed and Heather Weber is not reformed. Especially exactly, Jess. Especially, it's like Kyrie said when she was like, "Oh, I love Steffi. I want to save her." You might want to save her grandchildren or your, but you didn't give a damn if Sugar would have ended. F out of here. Ron said, Then Finn choose your birth mom. You can always find somebody else." You're reading this, right? So Ron says that Finn should choose Sheila over Steffi and his children. Does everybody else feel the same way? Well, Jess is on the right path. Does anybody else feel the way that Ron does? Come on now. Oh, Lashanta, I love the ugly crying. It's funny. That's right. Ron is like, oh, Kelly's not his, so apparently that's okay then. Kelly's not his, so but Hayes is. Step aside weekly. What? One nigga says, I believe Sheila would prefer Finn with Hope or any other woman that's not Stephanie. Yes. Where was that comment at? Where's that comment at? There we go. I'm gonna keep that up there. I should pin that. Yeah, I haven't heard anybody call somebody a weakling in a very long time. No. No, y'all. Let me sit there and look them up real quick. Why is this? If my phone actually works. Well, y'all, he's a prank channel. What? Curry says actually Victoria Grace is $140. Program is for a video game script breakdown. Yeah. No, that's not happening. I just looked them up. I check them out tonight. Johan. Amber says, who do you think Nina should be with, Jason, Drew, or Sonny? Drew, because Jason is a hell to the no. And Sonny, she already went there and did that, and that's not no. Jay Blue says, "Oh, and Ava thinks she's cute. She killed Connie and expect to be hanging out with her family for a what?" Exactly. Jay Blue, they writing Ava like she's a crackhead. No, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is, Johan. I'm assuming he's another prankster, right? Carrie says that's worth $20 at best, and that's being generous. Well, Jess, I'm pretty sure Maura West is looking at the script and being like, "Come on now, you know damn well my character would be saying some BS like that. Like, come on, seriously." We know Jay Blue just ain't wrong. Ron says, Albert, Lee is just a replacement babysitter for Finn. She needs to shut her effing mouth and be quiet. Ooh, Ron. Ron is coming in hardcore. Lee just needs to shut her effing mouth and be quiet. I did say it. I said that she should be with Drew. She's gonna be with somebody. She ain't gonna be with Jason, and she already been with Sunny. So she should be a Drew. That's the answer. No, Johanna, I actually haven't been following that drama. That's right, Jess. Ron ain't playing around. He loves his Sheila. But no, Johan, I actually haven't really. I know that he has beef with some other rapper. Jane says, I know there's drama in soaps and I like that drama, but the writers go too far with their characters like Ava, Laura, and Natalia. That's what I mean about too much. Okay. Okay. Well, now I understand what you're saying. Exactly, Jess. Apparently, Lee needs to shut her effing mouth. Monique says, should Sheila being alive make Fang get frisky with Steffi? Oh, I can see more as an act of betrayal in the long run. Duane says Ava should know Lois and Olivia don't like her. Yeah, but apparently she thought that it was gonna be all good in the hood because she's going with Sonny. Which again, I don't even think that Sonny should be going to this wedding. Sonny has been shot at twice. And the first time, Curtis wound up in a wheelchair. And they're gonna risk all that? What's good, Jakaris? I've been good. How have you been? You plan on doing um when do you plan on putting out another review? Missing your reviews. Ron says yes. Lee needs to have a seat on the couch. That's why Jack put his pee in Sheila and knocked her. Uh Jakara's actually liked it. I actually really liked that scene. It was a very controversial scene, and I really did appreciate it. Okay, Jakara, so look forward to it. And Dewan loves Lee. That's right. That's right, Janet. Yeah. I found out from Kyrie. She put it up on his profile. So good for her. She's too beautiful to be single. Why did Egypt piss you up, Jakars? As says, do you think Chase or Brooklyn would get shot at the wedding? Part of me kind of hopes so, which I know it sounds bad, but part of me kind of hopes so. I mean, that's fine. I mean, I never really cared about Johnny and Chanel, so at least it makes them interesting. They are falsely accusing Drake. Yeah, I gotta read up on the info. I have no idea what's going on with that. I'll look it up though when I get a chance. Freddie says Albert these new writers and Gage must be smoking that good stuff because some of the characters' dialogues like Ava, Laura, and other characters are so ass backwards. I'm like, yeah, exactly. Like I said, they made Ava look like a crackhead today. Yeah, I don't even know who's the beef with. I know it's yeah, I can't pretend. I don't even know who the beef is with. Well, to be fair, Lashanta, she did kind of look hot in that nurse's outfit. Okay, let's not. Harry says, I read two sentences of the Drake drama and got bored. Was already busy. Jakar says he was telling Johnny that he couldn't have the baby with Chanel. Hmm. Okay, I understand where you're coming from. I like the honesty with EJ. Like, it's not PC, and it's not something that I would agree with, but I do appreciate his honesty. Come on, Freddie. We all know that ish was her being a crackhead. Let's be real. Jay Blue said the beef is with Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, Kendrick Lamar and Drake. That's what I heard. I saw stuff on Power 105, but oof, okay. But yeah, then I really gotta sit there and when I get a chance try to read up on that drama. Well, yeah, Jonathan, this Friday, so hopefully it will be. Wow, okay, Johan, that's crazy. I was like, seriously? Dolometics was good. And that's the thing, they don't know, Lashonda, which is the hardest part is the waiting and not knowing. But I understood what EJ was saying. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying that if they're gonna do something, then they should do it soon. I'm doing good, Dolomex. I saw X-Men 97. Hopefully we'll get a chance to talk about it this weekend. But it was good. I don't want to spoil it for people, but it was good though. Johan said Drake never had any beef in a long time. I don't know why now they're trying to bring Drake down. Harry says October 5th is a Saturday. Talk about Epic Ava, Miss Wu, and Dr. Q will be the same fan event location. It was. Dolomitics, they all been really good, except for the Jubilee one where she went into the whole game thing. That was the only part I was just like, it wasn't terrible, but it was definitely the weakest one though. Reggie says Alberto's dollar today was done for Ava and Jay. She must have had too much vodka with olives she usually loves. Yeah, it was stupid. I mean, for her to sit there and say, well, Connie's death was a long time ago, was like, okay, but they still remember it every day. I can't even believe she said something that stupid. And Dominic says hi to you, Freddie. Dominic says Jubilee one was the only that felt like you could skip it. Well, minus the four stuff. See, that's the thing though. Um, it seemed like it was like an extra, like a bonus part in the episode. Got leaked. What do you mean got leaked? Like the location? Because I mean that stuff isn't exactly hard to look up. One says Connie was a background character, I've heard. Yeah. What does that have to do with her death though? And how was she a background character? What are you talking about? I mean, Joanna, are you just like trolling tonight or is you being serious? Um, I mean that sucks, Johan. I mean it's also not hard to sit down and find. As says Ava has money and especially from selling Nicholas Place, so Sonny shouldn't buy her a home. Sure. But how men are, we like to sit there and be in charge. Johnson says one of these days I hope to create a new sci-fi show called Teen Angels. Hmm. I will watch it. Didn't they do something like that though? Okay, what's the name of that? It was on Freeform. They had a movie and then they had a show. I feel like we're about to start playing charades for a minute. But the group of teens was like some of them were considered half angels. Um, I gotta think about this for a minute. And then the two people, they almost seemed like they were related, so they couldn't get together. What's good, Dave? And they called no. It was they were called the people that couldn't see them um mundane for some odd reason. The hell was the name of this show? I think I watched like two episodes and I was just like, yeah, this show isn't working for me. But they had a movie and then they had the show that was based off the movie. Um, it was on Freeform. God damn it, what's the name of that show? Yeah, I don't, no. That wasn't a bad show, Jonathan, but it was on Freeform though. I can't remember the name of the show. I'm gonna have to look it up. Damn it, Jonathan, you are good. Yes, that's the name of the show. And yes, that's the name of the movie from the show. Thank you. Y'all are good. It's all good, Dave. I just missed you. How have you been? Damn, y'all are good. Damn, Jonathan, that was good. And Laura B, I'm impressed as well. Wow. Sean said all of a sudden Sonny giving Ava the boot 3 weeks ago. He thought she was the best. GH writers don't know what they're doing. They don't know the Ava character. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, that's out of pocket. And you know what, Sean, you do have a point. But yeah, no, Johan, that's out of pocket. I just here's my thing. I don't take Drake seriously. I watch Degrassi, so I don't take him seriously. Johnson says, I can't believe it's been that long since that show ended. Yeah. But again, like, weren't there like half angels or whatever or something? Or they drink like angel blood or something? Freddie says, I know that this was a couple of days ago, but when Sonny's seeing Dex running with those other PC trainees in the park, I'm like, Sonny, Dex not bothering you. He's standing there looking like a creepy star. He did. He gave him like the worst mug, and I'm just like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna do that every time that you run into him. You're gonna sit there and give him the evil eye, the stink eye. Like, what is that supposed to do? I'm like, bro, he ain't scared of you. But yes, Johan, no, that's out of pocket. Exactly, Jay Blue. They actually did mention him today. Yeah, Amber, they didn't have my usual. They didn't have my usual one, so that kind of sucked. I missed my usual one. Dave says I've been on a YouTube break for a while. I should be back full time in a couple weeks. My mom had some shoulder issues. Oh, okay. No, well, of course, Dave. I understand. Family comes first. So I appreciate you coming through tonight, and I hope your mom starts to feel better. Yeah, exactly, Lashanta. No, that's definitely not a pocket comment. Wholeheartedly. Yes. But I do understand where but see that's another thing, Sean, and maybe that's part of the whole bipolar thing. Because like you said, she was great 1 minute and now he's like, hey, listen, you can stare, you can leave. It's like what wound up happening? I don't know. Well, Jay Blue, yeah, because Joy's like, yo, listen, what you're doing can end your career. And she's just Laura just see my whole thing is Laura just has like the stupidest looks on her face. It's like this is a career ender. This is also out of pocket to every person that has been affected by Heather. And you're talking about how you practically want to let her out of jail. Like I'm just trying to see no, you're just being stupid. Like I'm sorry, but you're just being dumb. Oh yeah, Jay Blue. No, Natalia's fire. I listen. I liked her since she was on CSI Miami when she played Natalia Bolavista. That chick is always fire. I mean, she's annoying right now. Lashanta said that Ava thinks Sonny will beg her to stay. Probably. Let's be honest. He's not like, it's not like he's thinking rationally. That lady said, let Laura mess up. She don't need to be. Well, honestly, to tell you the truth, would it really matter, Freddie? I mean, she was all about Esme and everything like that, and yet Spencer died partly because of Esme. So I know exactly how much. Maybe she would. Maybe she would. Maybe that needs that. You know what, Freddie? Maybe that needs to happen. Maybe something needs to happen to Kevin. Heather off Kevin, and then she'll come to her senses. And then she'll be crying and upset, and I'll sit there and say, "I don't give a damn about your tears." And yeah, I mean, I get that, Johan, but like, his dad is black, so he's black. He's mixed. No, stop being mean, Kyrie's. She needs to. She needs. I knew I forgot to sit. I gotta put the title at some point that Natalia needs to be a permanent character. Just Sam just pissed me off today. She annoyed me today. Sean said Jeannie Prince deserved better than this writing dig. Been giving her shame on GH writers. Yes, I agree with that, Sean. I agree with that wholeheartedly. But again, he's mixed, so that means that he is still black. But I get what you're saying, Johan. It's just it's an out of pocket comment. Ed, you don't think that would help? You know what? Wicked and Jackie. Well, you know what, Tyrese? One can hope. One can hope. A man can dream, Tyrese. A man can dream. Ed says, what happened to Laura that pulled up on Valentine with the gun? Well, I think we really need to be asking what happened to her common effing sense and why is his phone taking so. Well, yeah, Freddie, I get that. Yes, we can always translate everything to the writers. I mean, hell, we can, Freddie, if you're going to be honest, you can transfer our annoyance with Sam's character to the writers. But unfortunately, which to be fair, Freddie, you are a nicer person than me. So Jane says maybe they ate angel food cake, abusing her office. Laura should have been fired from it. I have to tell you the truth, LaShawn, the fact of the matter is, it was little Spencer that got Laura into that position. So I always felt like they should have did a recount, if we're going to be honest, because she should have never been there in the first place. Jay Blue says whether people accept it or not, but the only drop rule that society. Um, but no, she should have never been there in the first place. If we're gonna keep it real. Tracy says Lawrence's character hasn't had common. Oh, Laura's character haven't had common sense in a long time ever since she married Luke. That all went out the window. That's true, exactly, Tracy, because she married her abuser, her Aris. So yes, Johnson says even Jordan talked to Laura about how her going to bat for Laura is disrespectful to the families of the victims. Yes, very true. And Laura still had that stupid look on her face. That's why when she was crying about Spencer, I was like, I can't feel bad for you. And I know it's heartless, but I just Jay Blue says I still want to know why they don't have Sonny using his office as his restaurant. When was the last time they filmed there? You know, Ed, exactly, and I'm gonna back her on that because she, as much as I don't like Portia sometimes, I agree with that. Yep, Jane, she was. I never watched All My Children, but um, I do remember her being on there from what people said, and I read. So yes, very good point on that. But we're gonna end the stream here, because I do got to wake up early in the morning. Unfortunately, way too early, like 3:45 in the morning, too early. But you do what you got to do, right? So yes. With that being said, I'm gonna end the stream here. But I do want to thank everyone for joining. This is a lot of fun, and I appreciate every single one of y'all tonight. Have a good night, Lashanta. Have a good night, Ed. Have a good night, Queen Cat Lady, gorgeous Queen Cat Lady. Have a good night. Have a good night, Janet. Have a good night, Queen Janet. Have a good night, Queen Jess. Have a good night, Jonathan. Have a good night, Jay Blue. Have a good night, At the Bank. Have a good night, Laura B. Have a good night, Blackmon. Have a good night, Quiet Guy. Have a good night, Ronnie Ron. Have a good night, Johan. Have a good night, Sean. Have a good night, Deluxe. Have a good night, Ann Janetta. Have a good night, Susan R. And Jonathan says, join us next time for another edition of Soap Chat with Abba Bostic. Thank you so much, Jonathan. You are a G as always. Very clever man. You and Laura B. Bunch of smart cookies, y'all two are. Have a good night, Tracy Steves. And Jonathan says, good night, everyone, and hit the like button on your way out. Thank you. Appreciate that. It really does help. We got some new people in here because people have hit the like button. I'm going to have some good discussions this weekend, so definitely become a member. We had a lot of fun, and it's worth it. Freddie says, Luke and Laura, 40 years relationship makes... No, and it doesn't. Thank you, Freddie. And I may actually bring this topic up next time, so I appreciate you... That's something we got to sit there and revisit, because that to me is still just out of pocket. So thank you, Freddie, for that. Freddie says, "Can I hit that like button to support Albert?" Thank you, Freddie. Appreciate that. Do hit the like button. I appreciate your support always, Freddie. Always appreciate when you come into the chat. Thank you. Have a good night, Dolometics and Darby and Duan and any other person I miss. You know exactly who you are. And I will see you in the next live stream. Laters.